minute.
Nothing wrong with a bit of blasphemy.
Emmett, stop.
Wait a minute.
Emmett.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Nothing wrong with blasphemy
He's
in the Catholic
recording
Church.
all this anyway.
Oh, hello. You.
The local Brigid of Faughart festival group had planned to use the oratory. In previous years, they have somehow gained access to the oratory. They sang a Hindu chant in front of God's tabernacle. They also spoke blasphemous things about St. Brigid and referred to her as a goddess. And we came to pray the Rosary today to ensure they didn't get access again.
There was so much pressure from people like yourself and others who are outraged at this event happening in the Catholic Church that the organisers did in fact cancel. They obviously heard that we were going to be using the church for its proper use to pray, so they didn't favour the clash.
We gathered here today to pray a rosary of protection from all demonic forces, any evil forces of any kind that, from groups, local or otherwise, who would have evil intents or bad intents for this area. So it was very, very successful. About 150 people gathered here in the wind and rain on a cold end of January day, and it was just a total success and a beautiful experience.
We pray here against the rise of paganism. This country is full of martyrs for the faith that shed their blood through centuries to keep the faith. Mm-hmm. And it's important for us to remember them and to stand for the faith of Ireland that cost so much blood of our generations of the past.
So we're offering up these rosaries in reparation for the pagan events that have happened in this church in previous years, in joyful thanksgiving for the cancellation of this year's pagan event. For the Catholic Church, may Our Lady grant it victory over its enemies. Thanks to the Men's Rosary, who helped promote it, Catholic Arena, and also Radio Maria. All three of them helped promote this event. I want to thank them especially. And thirdly, I want to thank a young man here called Connor, because it was through his vigilance that he saw this happening. So it's very, very important to have that vigilance, because this could be happening in other parishes as well.
What happened here? We had a beautiful event scheduled. It's supposed to be on.
Oh, so you were going to do an event here, were you?
I was coming with these guys protesting, saying, spreading misinformation and lies about what we were doing.
So were you going to be praying to Shiva and to Goddess Brigid or not?
Why do you care?
No.
Why is that?
It was poetry. It was just a poetry event, a bit of music and singing and a little meditation. That's all.
Was it Catholic?
Why do you care?
No. So why were you going to go into a Catholic church to do a non-Catholic?
This isn't a Catholic church. This isn't a Catholic church. This is Brigid's church.
It was taken over by the Catholics later on.
This was taken over by the Catholics?
Yes.
This was built by the Catholics?
I'm sorry, you must. The shrine, the place of the land, was taken over by the Catholics.
Catholics
they segregate.
Are here to promote good.
Since when?
Freedom for good and no freedom for evil. It is an evil event. Look at your YouTube video. Praying
evil?
To Shiva in front of the Blessed Sacrament is a blasphemy.
In your opinion?
No, that's pure and simply a blasphemy.
But blasphemies only exist in the eyes of Christians.
Nothing wrong with a bit of blasphemy.
Emmett, stop. Wait a minute, Emmett.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Nothing wrong with blasphemy in the Catholic Church.
He's recording all this anyway.
Oh, hello.
But blasphemy is only exists in the eyes of those who see something as blasphemous. Truth is a result of consensus, not dogma.
So when there was a consensus that slavery was good, that was the truth?
Well, according to the Catholics, yes. You're imposing your will on people who are just behaving peacefully.
Behaving peacefully. Would you call praying to the God of destruction and war something that's peaceful?
This is your ignorance talking.
Even a child knows the difference between good and evil.
That's not what I'm saying. I am saying that they're opposing to appreciate the fact that there are opposing worldviews.
How do you appreciate evil? How can you appreciate that?
How do you define evil?
Evil is the absence of good.
What's good and bad?
Good is anything that corresponds to God and His commandments.
But God is ambiguous.
It's much worse to do your blasphemous event in the Catholic Church, which is why you came here and not to the woods.
What makes you think it's blasphemous? What gives you the right to impose that opinion on other people?
Once again, were you planning on praying to the goddess Shiva?
Why do you care?
Because this is a Catholic church.
What difference does that make?
Because it's a land consecrated to honoring God. For our viewers, could you explain what you were going to do?
Why? Meditation, poetry reading? What's wrong with that?
And prayers too?
What's wrong with Shiva?
The God, the fake God of destruction and, help me out?
Well, the theistic God is fake too.
Destruction and war?
God,
no, wait, whoa. Goodness me.
You're a pain in the
Goodness me.
God.